Okay, so let's consider another plane, the 1/2 plane. So here I've constructed a 1/2 plane. Kind of looks a bit awkward. And the only way I've been able to make the plane is to join two 1/2 planes together. The crosses here denote a 1/2 plane, and then there's another 1/2 plane here, forgiving that they're corrugated. But I can't make a complete model gluing ping pong balls together, so I've had to glue two 1/2 planes together. And then I've got another two planes here, and that way I can show how one slips with respect to the other. And this partial now glide is a 1/6 type of shear. Now, for the twinning operation, we have to have successive shears on each plane in the same direction. So I can do that here to show my partial, and this is now my basal plane here. My second undistorted plane. I'm actually rotating the basal plane from this direction, this orientation here, and I'm rotating it to this orientation here, And I can't move this next layer because they're glued together to the next layer of atoms. But if I just consider this one group of atoms here, or take a slice out of this structure here, and think about these atoms and how they're going to distort if I allow each successive plane to move. So there's here's my other, this is my part of my 1/2 plane. And now if I move those, if I now consider what the shear is going to do, the shear on the 1/2 plane is a 6/2/3, which is that direction, and then the next plane would be that direction, and the next plane would be that direction. And what I've done in doing so, my basal plane is now here, whereas it started off over here. So there's my basal plane here, and I'm going to shear by a 6/2/3, and my basal plane now becomes here. So just like with the 1/1 plane, when I do that operation and I shear, I'm moving this atom from here to here, and I do that shear. If I just consider the first shear on the first plane, the first shear operation, you'll notice how the crystal is not correct, not appropriately aligned behind these layers, behind these atoms. So what I've done here is actually created another basal plane. Basal plane's gone from here to here. I've rotated it from here to that direction. And if I do that for each successive plane, I'm still going to end up with some holes in the lattice. And the atoms have to shuffle then they're all distorted planes, and they have to shuffle in order to bring the crystal back into register. And that's what's meant by the first undistorted plane. Sorry, the first undistorted plane is the shear plane, but then the second undistorted plane is whatever you create when you do the shear for whatever plane is still recognizable as that plane. So in this case, we've gone from basal here to basal here. We've gone from here to here.